starting in January 2023. That was when the first time that the Proud Boys actually got out from behind the keyboard and showed up at an event with AR-15s and had the signs of stop grooming kids and put guns in the faces of me and kids. And then it turned into the city council meetings that had photos of me, and they're like, look at this groomer, they're a pedophile, like putting their sexual desires on children. Hi, my name is Lipsyncki, they, them, in and out of drag. I am the owner of Mosaics community bookstore and venue here in Provo. I'm also the executive director of the United Drag Alliance, which includes the official programming of Drag Story Hour Intermountain West. In September of last year, the King's English here in Salt Lake received a bomb threat of a story hour that I was a presenter at. And then on April 13th of this year, Mosaics received the bomb threat, and it was about Drag Story Hour. In December of last year, a far-right hate group doxed me, which, if people don't know what doxing is, it is sharing private information for a malicious task as a call of violence, and that group shared my info as a way to silence me. And with that, I had to flee my home. My home is empty because I have to sell it because of the doxing that happened last year. So I figured I look like a realtor today. Used to be a realtor. So let's give you a house tour. I had been there for 30 years. It was my childhood home that when my mom passed, I acquired with my husband with the dream of having our kids live there. I'm estranged from biological family because of all of this, and I'm like, they know where I'm at. And a lot of them are heavy believers in guns. So it became a clear, hard decision that, okay, we have to leave. It's also taken a financial toll. I don't get booked anymore because I'm a liability. What bar or what bookstore or anyone wants to hire someone who has active threats, who the FBI and local authorities know get these threats but don't do anything? I'm at, like, I can honestly say, probably the lowest point in my life. It's the most meaningful work I've ever done, but it is the lowest. It is, absolutely. Like, my husband actually was recently in the hospital with heart issues caused by the stress and everything. So I had that in the back of my head now of like, am I gonna lose my house and now I'm gonna lose my husband? Am I gonna lose my business? Am I gonna lose all of this? So how long do you fight? Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, eyes, ears, mouth and nose. The space here in Provo is really special. It's meant to be a mosaic of different things. So we have the books and we have events and we have social programming. Pretty much everything here is pay what you can and social driven. We do a lot of queer-centric events like speed dating, speed friending, craft nights. We have drag shows here, story times. We are gonna read some books today. I'm gonna do 3. Mosaics came out of a place of necessity. It was needed to have a safe space for queer individuals, especially here in Utah County. I always had the dream of opening a queer safe space. With legislations and everything where it was going, I made the decision of, well, it needs to be accessible to all ages. It needs to be available to everyone in the queer community. A lot of people started sharing their stories and like, well, I found safe space in bookstores. It was inspired by me writing my children's book as well. I wrote my book Letter from the Queen and said, well, we need a place to read it, so let's make one. Never be afraid to write your own happily ever after. Love, Tara Lipsyncki. The end. So Utah County is heavily dominated by a very particular religion that has very vocal and loud viewpoints against the LGBTQIA+ community. They have put a lot of money and resources behind various acts and bills and laws to silence that community, and they have a very strong power down here in particular. Purposely, I am located directly in the bullseye so that we can create a safe space for those that are here as well. We've had a lot of people say that this place saved their life. We've had a lot of people say that this programming is what they look forward to each week, that they feel safe and seen. I came out as queer really early. I came out at 14. came out as non-binary later in life and did the whole drag thing, and I didn't have the support. A lot of things happened to me that I want to prevent from happening to younger generations. The rest of story hours and the rest of children literature is a mirror for them, but it's a wall to queer kids or kids of color or kids that have different living situation and may be unhoused. So my goal with Drag Story Hour is to provide a mirror to the others. We're all here to support each other. As a community, it's time to stand together. So thank you for coming today. I put myself literally in the line of fire every time I do these. And the likelihood of me not making it out of all of this alive gets higher and higher each time. I know that I have inspired enough people and our work is meaningful enough that even if I'm gone, there are going to be people that are going to fight. Ready? And yay! Good job. High five. I want to be remembered that I fought. I stood up. I used the small privilege I had to make sure those without any privilege had a voice.